Okay then, this here's gonna be a video to tell all of you guys out there how to wrap Christmas presents. Now you might not think it matters whether you can wrap Christmas presents or not, but it does. If you want to win the heart of your little sweet baby, well, you just wrap up her Christmas present all nice and pretty and she'll think you're fabulous. The only thing I can think of that'd be better than beautifully wrapping a Christmas present in Christmas paper would be to wrap it in $100 bills. And if you want to do that, you can do that too using the same methods I'm about to show you here. Now, the first thing you're going to need is a flat surface. Now, you may be in a situation like me where all of the flat surfaces are covered up with old carburetors and transmission parts and nuts and bolts and things of that nature. But there's no need to fear, because if you have a flat floor, that'll serve as a flat surface and you can use that. So that's what we have here. We have a flat floor and there's no greasy things on it or mud clods or anything like that, so it will work. The next thing you're going to need is some wrapping paper. I have selected this piece of wrapping paper because it is beautiful and I'm going to lay it about here. Now the next thing you need is a package, and I just happen to have right over here a package which I will bring and show. Okay, so here is my package. Here is my flat surface. Here is my wrapping paper. I am going to assemble myself in a comfortable position. I'm going to roll out the wrapping paper as such. Now, one of the things I have predetermined, and you will want to do this, is that the wrapping paper is larger than the package you're about to wrap. Ideally, it should be large enough to cover the ends completely when you fold it over. However, that is always necessary or preferable. For example, and I'm about to show you on this particular package right here. For example, I am going to start off by bringing up the wrapping paper. You'll notice it's nice and straight and even on this side. And I'm going to attach a tiny little piece of tape right here, right in the middle. Now it's important, it's very important to be in the middle, because when I bring this piece around the package, I want it to come to an even place. In other words, I want this part and that part to be even with this part. I don't know if you're following me or not, but if you're not, get on the bus and try to keep up. That's all I can say. So, I am going to take my scissors and I'm going to gently cut this as so. Oh, my arm's long enough. Oh, it is. There. So now I have my package and I have my paper and I have my scissors. Scissors is pretty much definitely something you want to use. You could use a bayonet. You could use one of them machete things. Oops. Like they use down in the jungles of South America to chop down bushes with. But unless it's super fine sharp, not likely it's going to work better than a plain old pair of scissors. I'm just saying. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to pull that paper about that package and we're going to, something happened to my tape. Let's see. I thought I lost it. I'm running out of tape. I'm going to have to get another roll of tape here pretty soon. I do believe. I'm going to stick a tiny piece of tape on here. And now keep in mind I have this wrap so that these edges are even with each other. See that? Isn't that lovely? Now I'm going to take one end of this and I'm going to depress this end. Now depressing the paper is not like depressing your mother. You can depress your mother by deciding, for example, not to go to work and you're going to just live with her for the rest of your life, or by not going to school, or by making really bad grades, or any number of other things. But when you depress the paper, all you need to do is mash it down, work it out to the edge till you come to an even place with the paper that's sticking out on the top. You following this? And then smooth that out. Now you'll notice that this piece of paper is smoothly folded around this end of the package. I'm going to go ahead and stick a little piece of tape right there, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to come out to the edge. Maybe I can do it this way so that you can see it better. I'll try to get my ugly foot out of the way. And I'm going to ease this piece of paper out straight. I'm going to ease that paper right up to the edge of it. I'm going to bring the corner down to that corner, and I'm going to do that. Oh, isn't that lovely? Now, I'm going to flip this over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I am going to depress the paper. Insert a tiny piece of tape. I'm going to come out to this edge. This piece of paper here is straight out. This is all the way down to this corner, this little piece of paper right here. I'm going to smooth that down. Over here, same thing. This paper comes straight out like this. This edge goes completely to the bottom, and I smooth that out. Now, what I can do here, now that I have done that, is I can bring this edge over. Oh, just look how pretty that is. And I want to kind of pull the wrinkle out. So, pull the wrinkle out. Get me a tiny little piece of tape. We'll put this tiny little piece of tape right on top of that, and we'll stick it right there. Oh, the joy. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. You'll notice there's a little piece, a little triangle, if you will, sticking out, and we're going to pull that triangle in, and we're going to put it right there. Right there. Honest, right there. There. Now, what I can do with this package is I can stand it up, which makes this end easier to work with. However, you may notice there's a little bitty area down here that is not covered. Oh, what will we do? Well, there's a fix for that. And before I fix that in, I'm going to do this end. And now that it will stand up, it goes exactly the same way. We push one side over, we bring our little fingers up here, we straighten this up, and we make that nice and pretty. We push the other side over. Notice my finger has the paper flattened right to the edge of the box. We come up with this side and we do that. Same thing over here. We push this over. Now we have gravity working for us, so we don't need that little piece of tape so much in the middle. And we bring this finger out to this edge of this paper. We stand this up nice and pretty, and we do that. Now these don't have to be exactly perfect because it'll all work out fine. Same thing here. Paper fold. In this case, we have two pieces of paper that run together. That's fine. We bring that up, we bring that down. Now, we can bring the folded part of this over this way. We can bring the folded part of this over this way until they meet in the middle. And we can put a little tiny piece of tape right there. And we'll do the same thing here. I'm going to put two pieces of tape right there, just for good measure. There. Now, getting back to this hole here, you'll notice there's a little hole right there. Oh, what do we do about that little hole? Well, that's fairly easy to fix. All we need is a little piece of wrapping paper to cover that. So I'm just going to cut a little piece that's just about the size of that little hole. And I'm going to stick it there. I actually did this on purpose so that I could show you how to fix it. There, isn't that lovely? Now, let's just tape it all down nice and pretty. Oh, the joy. Oh, just look at it. And we'll do the same thing. I kind of like to get both edges of this paper stuck down pretty good. We stick a little piece of tape on that little piece right there. Oh. And we'll stick a little piece of tape on that piece right there. There. She looks pretty fine, don't she? Oh my goodness, bless my heart. So that's basically how you wrap a package. There ain't much to it. It's pretty simple. Even a simple guy can do it. And I know some of y'all, and I know some of y'all are pretty simple, so I know that this is okay for you. Now, let's turn it back over. Check that side out. I like it pretty good. Oh, just for good measure, I might stick an extra piece of tape just in a couple of spots, just so nothing bad happens in the transportation of this thing here. So, this works on a box that's bigger or smaller. It doesn't have to be any specific size as long as the paper, the relativity of the paper and the relativity of the package somewhat match. Now, on the top of this, not necessarily the side with the line like right here, but the top where there is no line, or that part, you can attach a little card with a person's name on it, and you can stick a bow on it if you'd like. Heck, I'll go get a bow and we'll show you. Hang on just a second. Okay, I'm back with a bow. So, here we go. Now, I use these little sticky bows. They're awesome. Some people use real ribbon, and some people use real ribbon and they curl the ends, and I have done all of those things. I really like the sticky bows just because they're that easy and they look great. Now, you're going to want a little tag, and you can go to the store and you can buy tags, or you can take an old cartridge from an ammunition box. Here, let me see if I got one handy by here. Oh, this one right here ought to do. Let me get the bullets out of it. There we go. And you can cut the white section of the ammunition box like this, and you can stick it right there. And you can take a pen, which I came unprepared because I do not have on me right now, but when you have a pen, you can take a pen and you can write "From Sandy Claus to Honey Baby" right on there and stick it under the tree so that when Christmas morning comes, she will know, she will be notified by this notification system that this is the box for her. Simple as that. Y'all need me to do that over again? Have you got it? I hope you got it, because I don't really think I'm going to do it again. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. See y'all later. And Merry Christmas. That's all I got to say about that right there.